sons, Steve, Brian, and Ainsley.
That's a big job. That's a big job. Pastors across the country pushing back on lockdown orders to reopen houses of worship, churches.
Hundreds rallied in California last week, and there were at least 3 church leaders in Michigan that have sued to reopen.
And here to react this Mother's Day Sunday is Fox and Friends co-host Ainsley Earhardt with her daughter Hayden. Hey, Ainsley, happy Mother's Day.
Yay. Hey, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to your moms, too. Yes, so we're hunkered down out here in Long Island. Thankfully, I have a little place that I rent out here, a little cottage, and it's just perfect for us to get out of the city and have an oasis. And so when this pandemic hit, probably I guess 6 or 7 weeks ago, we moved out here. And Fox has been great with all of us, as you know, accommodating our needs and making sure we're safe. So we're just going live from a little studio out here about 10 minutes away. Brian's in a little studio out here. Steve's from a studio in his little area, as you are as well. So, you know, we're making do. I heard there's a local station here, News 12, and they always put up nice little comments. And one of the comments they put up the other day was, don't say I'm stuck at home, say I'm safe at home. And I thought that was a positive way to look at it, because we're all going a little stir crazy. But thankful to God on this Sunday, on this Mother's Day, that we're moms and we're all healthy, and praying for those that aren't.
Absolutely, Ainsley. It's so wonderful to see you, and beautiful Hayden there. Good morning to her as well. And I want to. You can wave, say hello. Good to see you. I'm waving at you. You don't even have to wave at me. I'm used to it. There we go. I love it. Good to see you. Ainsley, I got to ask you, because faith is such an important component right now. We're talking about churches wanting to get back out there, back opening up. And what's your message to faith leaders, to pastors, to people that want to be back in church?
Oh, my goodness. I miss our church. I miss our friends there. I miss our ministers, and just the music and everyone being together. I know Hayden misses church, too, but we do church online. We're going to do church today. We watch it. We do praise and worship music on YouTube and dance around the living room. So I think my message is, you know, depending on your region, I understand why people want to open back up. And some of these counties in Michigan, the churches are suing the governor there because there aren't that many cases. I mean, one of the counties, I know North Michigan Baptist Bible Church is in Sheboygan County. There have been 19 cases and 1 death. Whole Life Church is one of the ones on that lawsuit. They're in St. Joseph County. There have been 65 cases and 1 death. And the third church that's suing is Word of Faith Christian Center Church. They have had more deaths. They've had almost 900 deaths in that county. But they have 72,000 people that live in that county, too, which is a bigger county than the other 2. So I understand if they're going to open them up, just do it safely and distance yourself from one another. And these churches say they have a plan to do that. So, you know, we need Christ. We need God. A lot of people are hurting. Suicides are up and other things are up that, as you know, I mean, it's hard for me to talk about all this in front of my daughter, but a lot of people are sad and they're missing their friends, and there are consequences to that. So I just want it to be a balance, and I don't want the cure, as the president says, to be worse than the pandemic. So it just depends on where you live. I mean, we're in New York City. We live in New York City. So I think it's smart for our ministers not to open our church back up.
Ainsley, keeping that message and focus of faith, I wanted to share with you that my mother lost her mother when she was 6 years old, and she then got cancer when I was 3, and it was something that we dealt with. It was incredibly traumatic, and the prognosis was grim. And she had on her bedroom wall a needlepoint that said, "In heaven, a noble work was done when God gave man a mother." And I wanted to ask you to share with us your family's Mother's Day traditions and how faith is such a big part of that.
You know, I grew up in a very strong Christian family. My parents are wonderful. Hey, Mom and Dad, they're down in South Carolina watching right now. And my mom is just she's made such an indelible difference in my life. She was there for me every single day. She was a school teacher, so she was there for, 20 some odd kids every day too. So she would go to work early in the morning and come home and cook dinner for my dad. She is such a servant. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. She got up early before the family and stayed up later and always cleaned and always took care of all of us. She took care of my dad in such a beautiful way. And now it's really special because Mom has been sick for a few years after her stroke, and Dad is taking care of her. So it's been such a beautiful love story to watch unfold. And, things weren't always perfect in our house. There were stresses and, we were always working and trying to take care of one another, but we had such good times. we had this. We always went to the beach as a family, and we have wonderful memories from there. Our state dance in South Carolina is the Shag, and Mom and Dad are beautiful dancers, and they would always dance around the house for us and play beach music and cook, shrimp, and we would go crabbing. I have wonderful memories at Kiowa, which is where my parents always took us to the beach with all of our friends. And so I can't imagine what your mom went through, Emily. I mean, that had to be just awful. And then the suffering that her mom went through to know that she wasn't going to be there for her little girl and what she was going to miss. And so for those out there that have lost their moms, like my mom has lost her mother, our Mimi, who was an amazing person. My dad has lost his mom, Tinka, who was an amazing person. And I was blessed to know all four of my grandparents. So I pray every night that God keeps me around for a very long time, because I want to be here for this little girl. And today's so special. I got her a gift because she made me a mother today, and God has entrusted me with her as a gift. And this is our new little puppy. This is our new little doggy. So this Hayden's a mama to her.
Hayden, did you say the name? I don't know if I heard it.
What's her name?
Rosie Tiny Buttercup.
Rosie Tiny Buttercup.
Rosie Tiny Buttercup.
That's great.
That
Hey,
is
Hayden.
Fantastic.
Hayden, can you end us in this segment by saying Happy Mother's Day?
Can you say Happy Mother's Day? Oh, let me show you one thing really quickly. So these are some of the art projects that Hayden has done and some of the books we read at night. And look at the book I just got.
Ainsley, thank you.
These are my two books that I'm reading right now, Pilgrim's Progress and American Crusade. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you, Ainsley. You are too kind. You're the best.
And then we're going to get our lunch. We've set our dining room table. I can show you. This is our little cottage. It's small, but it's all we need. And here's our little dining room table that we've set for our little Mother's Day lunch.
No doubt you're doing it right. You are the mother of Fox and Friends all the way. Ainsley Earhardt. You're the best. I love it.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day, Ainsley. Thank you so much.
Wow.
She's got a heart of gold, absolute gold.